Dane Vilas, thanks so much for joining us. Dane, we're on the eve of the Metrobank One Day Cup starting. Obviously training here at Radlett today. What's the mood like in the camp going into this new competition?
Mood's very good. I think everybody's excited to start this comp, especially after coming off the back of two good 4-day games. Excited to get going and excited to play cricket again in white ball stuff.
It represents obviously an opportunity to make a real claim for silverware. Obviously we start afresh, all 8 teams, everyone's losing players. It's always a difficult one to judge really, because I think Middlesex, we lose 7, others will lose more, others will lose less. It's always hard until it gets going really to know where you stand.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is tough losing the quality of players that we've gone through and up to the 100, but I mean that's understandable. They're good players and they want to be playing and pushing. Everybody else in the team also wants to be pushing to play in big comps. But saying that, we've got a really good squad here, good opportunity, good mix of old, young, sort of experienced players and inexperienced. But it's really good and looking forward to a good competition. Hopefully starting here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, you talk about the excitement of some of those youngsters coming in. There's some real talent that's come through the academy and made its name in the second 11 and has started to kind of flourish in the first 11. You must be really excited to see some of those young kids get a real opportunity here to make a claim.
Yeah, of course. Obviously any team is as good as its squad, and we want to keep pushing those guys to push the other players in all aspects. And I think we've got a nice mix of young players who've played a lot of cricket actually, and it's good to see them flourishing through and all the players in between. So it's going to be an exciting time and looking forward to this competition.
It's funny, it was only a couple of years ago, you look at someone like Luke Holman as one of those youngsters and Joe Cracknell as one of those youngsters, but they've got a lot of T20 white ball experience under their belt now, so I guess you must be looking for those kids to step up and kind of be a senior role model, if you like, to those other youngsters that are coming in now.
Yeah, definitely, and it also just shows that if guys who have been in the mix in the last couple of years have now stepped into a sort of a leadership role, which is also fantastic, and pushing themselves, and it's an opportunity for guys to also step up to the plate, to also become those core players and the good leadership group within the team. So it's exciting. There's lots of players who we can speak about in the same vein as well, but there's so many, which is really nice to see. It's a good mix.
Absolutely. Only last week we announced that Ben Geddes would be the captain for the 50 over comp this year. What are you seeing, Ben, to instill in you a bit of confidence that you've got the right man to lead the side this year?
I think Ben's not only just a fantastic player, but also the way he speaks, the way he carries himself as a leader. He has been just with even his nature of how he is. So I think I'm excited to see that, and then also excited to see how he takes on the opportunity to captain. It's a different beast when you're captaining and playing and making big decisions. But a guy like him, the way he plays and his aura and everything he has, I have no doubt that he'll lead from the front. And hopefully put a stamp on this team, and it's a good opportunity for him to do that as well and grow into a nice role, and then developing not only players but also good leaders for the club in the future.
Obviously Ben will go into this side, leading this side with some real experienced heads around him. You've got the likes of Sam Robson, who I assume will feature up the top. I don't know whether the likes of Rojo will come in and lead the seam attack and have an opportunity to play there. But I guess Ben will be leaning on those really experienced heads to get some assistance out there as well.
Absolutely. We will have guys like Robbo, like you mentioned before. He'll be in charge of the batters and looking after them. And then a guy like Tobes, with all his experience that he has, he'll be sort of getting in the mix with the bowlers. And that's the nice thing as well. The beauty of the guys are desperate to play and are keen to play and excited, which is a sign of a good team and a good squad. And guys are really wanting to do well. So even that, Josh De Caires is going to be the vice captain and lead with him as well. So that's another opportunity to see how, and especially to reward him for all the work that he's done, and everything has been fantastic. So looking with all of that, and then even within the group, you've got Joe Cracknell potentially behind the stumps, who's also has been fantastic for us in the last couple of weeks, and the forward and the T20 stuff. So there's lots of experience here. There's going to be lots of exciting times, and the guys can hopefully form a good partnership together.
Last one for me, Dane, and I'll always ask this, and you'll probably give it the normal flat back, but what are your hopes in the competition? Looking for silverware?
I think every team is looking, but we're going to keep the consistent value sort of message that we've had in all the competitions that we've played. Is you're going to take one step at a time, play good cricket, and not look too far ahead. But obviously we know we have to get off to a good start, and if we do that, if we play well, then the rest will take care of itself.
Good stuff. We'll look 2 games at home, 2 games away. We'll catch up with you after those, and all the very best luck in the start.
Cheers. Thank you very much.